All right, guys, we are on in about 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Thank you guys so much for joining the show today. 5 minutes, 5 more minutes. Producers in my ear. 5 minutes, 5 minutes, maybe probably 7 or 8 minutes, just to give it a little more time. But we are on in 5 minutes. Stay tuned for an exciting show. We have an exciting show coming to you. Tyler Gates, Tag Loud 205 on Millions. Make sure to stay tuned. All right, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Tyler Gates, aka Tag Loud 205. Welcome back to Tag Loud 205 on Millions, brought to you by Marriott Bonnier, the home for fans who love sports storylines and a little bit of sports, a little bit of chaos here and there. I'm your host, Tyler A. Gates. We have a lot this morning. For you guys. I want to get into real quick before we get into that. I want to get into some of a couple shout outs here. I got a couple shout outs coming at the end of the show as well. I'm going to give a quick shout out to my friends who are Seahawks fans, Eagles fans, one Jet fan somewhere in there. We got a Patriots fan. We have a Cowboys fan. And we have a Dolphins fan as well. Saints fan as well. So thank you guys for your support. As always, I thank Millions.co for their support. And having said that, this show is ready to go. So just continue to like, subscribe, follow me on my Instagrams. My Pop L has been updated. Everything has been updated. So if you want to go on there right now, my Twitter as well, go on there and see what I've been up to. You are more than welcome to follow me if you have not already. Like, comment, subscribe, share. If you would like to contact me to come on the show, let me know, and we will be happy to work with you over here at Tag Loud 205. Like I said, I am Tyler Gates, your analyst / host for today's show. Now let's get right into it. We're going to talk about the Cowboys and Raiders. Monday Night Football. The Dallas Cowboys put on the performance last night I don't think anybody expected them to. We have a defense now that is not only probably the best defense in their division currently as of today because of that performance yesterday. They're not the best, but because of the performance of Monday Night Football, but they were grieving the loss of Marshawn Kneeland. We all understand the situation there, what has happened. Nobody should ever be a victim to suicide, and I'm praying for him and his family. My condolences go out to him and the Dallas Cowboys organization. Quarterback Dak Prescott came out firing on all cylinders, finishing, as I look at my stats here, 25 of 33 for 268 yards and 4 touchdown passes. Now, some people may ask, what was the turning point in that matchup? Well, the second quarter, Dallas exploded for 21 unanswered, right? And the Raiders, are they even an NFL team right now? I think that's my biggest thing. Are they even an NFL team? I don't think the Raiders are currently an NFL team. I don't think they're ready for these matchups. I don't think they're ready at all. You have Ashton Jitty, a person who was drafted 6th overall by the Las Vegas Raiders. And having said that, you think somebody like that's going to turn the franchise around. He's still a rookie, guys. We have to understand that. It's only a rarity that some rookies at the running back position are able to change a franchise. I'm not saying that Ashton Jitty couldn't have done it. He can still do it. But in his rookie season, the culture was already bad there, right? You have Pete Carroll, who is 73 years old, needs to be retired. Geno Smith, you should have drafted a rookie. Your team needs to be constructed around who's going to be there for the future. And Aiden O'Connell, I don't think that's your quarterback of the future. Obviously, Ashton Jitty is probably your franchise player, along with Max Crosby. So now, how are you going to build around those two on the defense and offensive respectively, right? The Raiders early got put away. They got put away early. Defensively, the Cowboys delivered when it counted. Quentin Williams, the new Cowboy in charge. Logan Wilson, the two new Cowboys. They were able to exploit and use their veteran presence on this new Cowboys defense. You saw Logan Wilson being the mic on certain plays. Definitely linebacker 1, or LB1 as they call it nowadays, the youngins, for the Dallas Cowboys immediately after getting traded there. That was the best game I've seen him play all year. I didn't see him play like this in Cincinnati because he was getting no playing time behind a rookie, which was crazy. On the flip side, the Raiders, they showed promise early, right? Ashton Jitty has to come on, though. In my opinion, their inconsistency is going to cost them games. Their inconsistency is going to cause them to slide all the way to 2-16, 2-15. It's going to happen. And it caught up with them early. I thought the Raiders had a chance to at least be in this game. Max Crosby early had a fumble, right? And they couldn't capitalize off that with a touchdown, so they got 3 points instead. You still got points, right? Caught up with them in a sense that Dallas, once they found their rhythm, it was completely over. And George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb, this is why Jerry Jones made those trades to go get George Pickens, and then he traded Micah Parsons to go get Kenny Clark. Not that Kenny Clark has made an impact at all. I'm just saying that trade is still to be decided about a year or two from now because Micah Parsons himself is definitely struggling along with the Green Bay Packers. So the bottom line of this is an emotional Cowboys team answered a lot of questions with this game. They did. Brian Schottenheimer, proud of him. The Raiders still look like a team searching for answers. They are. And until they find that answer at the quarterback position primarily, the Raiders are going to be stuck in purgatory. Yes, you're in Las Vegas. Yes, you have a nice space. What is that going to do, though? What is that going to do for Raiders fans that want to come see y'all every day? What is that going to do for them? Just continue to give them false hope. It's going to continue to give them false hope. Going into hope. Going into the word hope. I am an Atlanta Falcons fan. You guys know that. But I'm also an Atlanta Hawks fan. You guys know that. Without Trae Young, the Atlanta Hawks are on an 8-2 run within the last 10 games. 8-game winning streak. Beat the Suns. Coming back, by the way. We beat the Clippers. That's just some of the big games we highlighted. Zachary Richardson dealing with an injury. He will be back soon. Hopefully, it's nothing major. We're still waiting on the migraine and the update on that. But we're gonna talk about Atlanta because I want to talk about how my Hawks are hooping right now. No Trae Young, no problem. It seems somehow the ball is moving in a way that I never imagined the ball moving. When we're talking about Jalen Johnson, as I'm looking at his stats here, he's averaging a near triple double. Option number one, he has become and excelling at that role. He's controlling the pace and tempo for Atlanta while attacking matchups, averaging a near triple-double. And during this road trip, which is hard to win on the road anyway in the NBA, we're seeing him step up into an all-star level talent, and we're seeing this team that's relying on its depth. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Keaton Wallace, KP, we're going to talk about him later. But we're not just depending on Jalen Johnson and Zachary Richardson to continue to carry this team. Because I'm telling you right now, if Trae Young were to get traded, that is Jalen Johnson's team and Zachary Richardson's team. That's the dynamic duo I was referring to when we drafted Zachary in 2024, last year to be exact. The summer we drafted him in the NBA draft, 2024 NBA draft. When I said, if we draft Zachary, I have no problem trading Trae because I understand Zachary's going to be good. And Trae Young, the stats just make it look worse. Without him on the court, Trae Young, defensively, we can't have him on the court. Long story short. What does it mean? It means that the Hawks might be learning something that we all have to come to the reality. It might be time to trade Trae Young. It might be time to trade Rayford Trae Young. And I, as an Atlanta Hawks fan, do not want that to happen because arguably the second greatest Hawk of all time, maybe he's top 3 in my book. Top 3, top 5 for sure. You can't just trade a talent like that, though. I feel like if Trae Young works on his defense and can develop and get right back into the spot, he will be able to do things that the Atlanta Hawks have not seen him do in a long time. This isn't a they're better without Trae conversation. This is they're learning to not depend on Trae Young situation. They're learning to not be one-dimensional. Trae Young can shoot the basketball. Trae Young, to me, when I thought come out next Steph Curry, right? Trae Young is more known for his floaters than his three-point shots and his deep ball shots that he was known in college. Trae Young has that winning mentality that teams do. Atlanta is growing as a city, as a culture, and as a sports city. We have the Braves. They're good, even though they did not go to the playoffs this year and they're struggling. The Falcons, we're not going to talk about them just yet because that rain is coming. The Hawks, only ones we can depend on right now. Atlanta United, even they're struggling. They've been good for years. Just saying. The Atlanta Dream, one of the best teams in WNBA. We can depend on them at least. So it seems like we can depend on basketball a little bit right now. Baseball, I'm not worried. They're going to get back in the swing of things. But does he elevate? He being Trae Young. Does he elevate what's already working or does he disrupt it? I think he elevates it. If he does not take a heck of a lot of shots, I believe Trae Young averaging those 11 and 12 assists, averaging 25 points a game by getting to the free throw line, making sure that Jalen Johnson gets his 22 to 24 points a game, making sure that Zachary Richardson gets his 12 to 15 a game. Nall's going to do his thing defensively. If we can spread the ball around, and get about 3 or 4 dudes, maybe even the whole starting five in double figures. I'll take that. I'll take that. Quinn Snyder is a good head coach. Great head coach. This is what we've been looking for from the Atlanta Hawks for at least a year or two. This is what we've been looking for. And we have it, right? And this storyline about Trae Young not wanting to be in Atlanta, it's false. He would have came out already and requested a trade, in my opinion. If he didn't want to be here, he would have came out already and said, you know what? I don't want to be here. He wants to be here. He wants to win the championship here. He wants to go to the finals here. For God's sakes, he was in the conference finals against Giannis in his 3rd season in the league. 3rd season in the league, and almost beat him if had not been for injury. They were going to beat the Suns in the finals. I'm convinced. Who was going to guard him on that Suns team? Mikal Bridges, who was young at the time, gotten better, obviously. But let's be honest, Trae Young was demon. Not to say that he's obviously gotten better from that point, but to wake up that version of Trae Young again is going to take divine intervention. And I feel like the Hawks need to do that. They need to go play the Knicks again. That's the only way he'll wake up, is if they go play the Knicks again. That's a storyline to watch. When we get right back from commercial break, we're going to talk about the Falcons' alleged curse, and I'm going to get into MLB free agency. Kyle Tucker, Cody Bellinger, Kyle Schwarber. We'll be right back, guys, and stay live. All right, guys, welcome back to Tag Loud 205 on Million, sponsored by Marriott Bonvoy, the home of sports, fans, and chaos with a cup of coffee. Let's talk about my Atlanta Falcons. It is going to be a touchy subject. When you are 3-7 and the talent that you have, arguably at every position that you have, is a top 15 or 20 player, except for tight end. That's scary. I believe the Atlanta Falcons have to be the most cursed team in the league. We're more cursed than the Vikings. We're more cursed. We're more cursed than the Saints. We are more cursed than the Bengals. We are more cursed than the Browns. Jets, and the Chargers. Because there's no way, absolutely no way, we are cursed. There's no way we're this bad with this team. 3-7. Raheem Morris, head coach. Zach Robinson, offensive coordinator. Jeff Ulbrich, defensive coordinator. We have got to get better. I don't know what's going on in Atlanta right now for the Falcons. The talent that you have, the fan base that you have, the expectations that you had coming into the season, something now is fundamentally broken. Michael Penix, it's not him. He's just injury prone. He will be back next year, I guarantee you. And when he comes back, he will be in MVP conversations. This was his rookie year. What do you expect from him? He didn't throw an interception for almost 3 months. But some of the best quarterbacks in the league, apparently, who are top 5 and untouchable, have thrown interceptions. Mind you, he's top 15, almost top 10 in QB rating. Just saying. He'll be out more than likely for the year, which means that Kirk Cousins is stepping in, a.k.a. ATL Kirko, a.k.a. Kirko Change, a.k.a. my cousin, a.k.a. our cousin. Okay? We have to ride for Kirk Cousins. If you're an Atlanta Falcons fan listening to this right now, we have got to ride for Kirk Cousins. Mark this down, actually. Clip this part. We have got to ride for Kirk Cousins if we are the Atlanta Falcons fans. We have to. There is no choice. Blown leads, red zone disasters, missed assignments, you name it. The Atlanta Falcons are everything to do with the word blown. Okay? It's ridiculous. We have to depend on Kirk Cousins. And yes, I trust him. Some part of me doesn't want to. But we're talking about a guy, if we're not looking at the financial standpoint of it, who was one of the more accomplished record-wise quarterbacks of his era. Kirk Cousins is respected around the league and may gain that respect back if he's able to take us to the winning streak and make the playoffs too. I'm fine with going up against a team in the wild card. I'm fine with going up against the Cowboys in the wild card. Knowing that we get our confidence back and we're in the winning streak heading into the playoffs, I'll go up against them. Why not? But the real question is, and the real elephant in the room, do we fire everybody at the end of the season? Regardless of playoffs or not. Because technically we can still make it. 7 loss, we can still make it. Yes. Everybody got to go. Raheem Morris has to go. Zach Robinson, I believe, has to go because he's holding back this offense. Jeff Ulbrich can stay because we have the number 1 defense in the league for almost a month straight. So 3 weeks, number 1 defense, and we're still top 5 in pass defense, even though we're 3-7. I like that. We keep him. But it starts from up top. Arthur Blank has to stop sitting on his money and stop sitting on his behind and do something about this. Speak up, and don't just speak up at the end of the season and give an Atlanta Falcons media availability end of season speech. We're tired of those. We want you to step up if you care so much about the Falcons and own them instead of caring about Home Depot and instead of caring about Atlanta United, which you should. But still, instead of caring more about them, care about the thing that's brought you money. Care about the thing that brought you the fame, and that was the Atlanta Falcons. Point blank, period. Yes, he said that this is not the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. This is not the home of the Falcons. This is the Mercedes-Benz Event Center. Well, just name it the Event Center then. So why'd you call it the Mercedes-Benz Stadium? It's home to the Atlanta Falcons. That's what we know it as. Atlanta United is not bigger than the Falcons, no matter how bad they are. I'm sorry. That place is known specifically for NFL football. Not MLS, which comes secondary or third. And MLS is not nowhere near the NFL. I'm sorry. And I love Atlanta United, and I want them to win. But when we are talking about the home of the Atlanta Falcons, it is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Rich McKay, they ain't forgot about you. Bring back Thomas Dimitroff, please. Bring back Thomas Dimitroff. Terry Fontenot. It's not looking so good right now. James Pierce. is going to be one of the best edge rushers. Him and Jalen Walker, probably the best edge rushing duo within the next 1 or 2 years. Which means that first round pick that they have, they're more than likely going to probably go to the Super Bowl and win it, and then be able to pick their future quarterback with our pick, thanks to Terry Funk. No, I want to give up a second. You couldn't just throw a bunch of second, thirds, and fourths to trade up. You had to put a first in there. There's no way. There's no way. But if it was any draft that we had to skip out on, I guess it'll be this one. But defensively, we could use it. I'm just saying. This team has too many playmakers to be struggling. Bijan Robinson, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Michael Penix, Tyler Algier, Darnell Mooney, and Mooney, man, he has to get his confidence back. I don't want to cut Mooney. There's a reason why we signed him. He has uber confidence. Throw the ball to him. It's been proven last year. If you throw the ball to him a bunch of times, he's going to catch that thing. 1,000 yards, I think. So he knows what he's doing. Right now, all those options are on the table to fire everybody. It needs to be. The Falcons aren't just losing. They are losing in ways that scream organizational malpractice. It's crazy. 3-7, we got to fix that. Last thing we're going to talk about is MLB Free Agency. It's cooking with rumors. Josh Naylor, first big free agent off the board, 5-year deal to stay with the Mariners. That's a long-term bet to go with J-Rod and Cal Raleigh. Speaking of the catcher position, I want to talk about Harry Ford for a second. If you know who Harry Ford is, he's the prospect for the Mariners. I feel like he's blocked by Cal Raleigh because Cal Raleigh just all of a sudden had his MVP season. And let's be honest. Cal Raleigh needed a season like this because if not, he was gone. I'm going to be honest with you. He was gone. He was decent until this season. He was gone for Harry Ford. I guarantee they're going to bring up Harry Ford. So now Harry Ford's stuck. If I'm any team that needs a young catcher, the Rockies. I love Drew Romo, but I don't think he's better than Harry Ford. If I'm in need of a team that needs a young catcher, the Marlins. Oh, no, they got Ramirez. I'm sorry. The Rays. You could use a catcher of the future. Go get Harry Ford. They're not utilizing him. I mean, the Mariners and the Rays love making trades with each other. Anyway, we've seen it in the past. So, Naylor was acquired at the deadline. If you don't know who Josh Naylor is, look him up. He's one of the best home run hitters of this era. And can run. And bro's like chunky. It's amazing. Acquired the deadline this past August from the fire-selling Arizona Diamondbacks. And went all the way to the ALCS Game 7. Went down to the break. And the Mariners had never been to the World Series. The only team in the MLB never to do it. And they had a chance to. But re-signing him is pivotal. You traded Tyler Locklear for him, one of your top prospects. Yeah, it's pivotal. Where do these free agents land other than Josh Naylor, who was probably the biggest one off the board? Cody Bellinger, Kyle Tucker. I want to mention some fits for those two. Obviously, I would love Kyle Tucker in Atlanta. We don't have the money to get him. But if it was anybody I want my Braves to sign, go get Bo Bichette. If it's not Bo Bichette, we need somebody at that shortstop position. Because if you're not going to play Nacho Alvarez every day and be the shortstop of the future, even though we did draft Tate Southerson in this past July's draft, which I like, and I feel like he'll be up in the next year or two because he's going to be special. Go get Bo Bichette. Go get a placeholder as shortstop. Go get a placeholder. Ozzie Albies is back. We were afraid of losing him and going younger at that second base position. He's back. Not have to worry about that. But Kyle Tucker, he's not going back to Houston. Don't even say it. If the Dodgers get both of these, if the Dodgers get one of them, baseball, it's ruined. It's already ruined because they got Shohei. If Rob Manfred keeps letting them getting away with this, if he continues to let the Dodgers manhandle free agency and manhandle all this money that's being spread around from different entities that are probably not supported by Major League Baseball, we are going to have an issue. Point blank, period. An investigation needs to be studied on them. I've said it before, and I will say it again. But fits that fit both of these teams, I have obviously the Dodgers got to throw them in there. Give me the Tigers for Kyle Tucker. I would like them to be out there in that outfield with Riley Green. I would love him to be out there with Riley Green. Akil Baddoo's still there. It would fit. He would fit long term. Cody Bellinger, put him on a 1-year deal. I'll say Braves. No Braves bias, but Braves. We need somebody in that outfield other than Michael Harrison, Ronald Acuna, because Ozuna's not going to be back, so that'll be a heck of a replacement. Former MVP. Brewers, even. I would like that fit with Yelich out there. Phillies. I would love to see Cody Bellinger on the Phillies, and I'm going to tell you why. Him and Bryce Harper could be the recipe for success for the Phillies. Not only are they friends on and off the field, but when we're talking about Bellinger and Harper, the numbers are eerily similar, right? We're talking about both rookies of the year. We're talking about Cody Bellinger and Bryce Harper, okay? First ballot Hall of Famers, both in their own right. And the fit, not to replace Kyle Schwarber, because I feel like Kyle Schwarber could come back on this team with a Bellinger, but I feel like if you're going to replace Kyle Schwarber with anybody that can hit bombs, it's got to be Cody Bellinger. It's got to be. Miguel Sano, maybe, who we haven't heard from in a minute. I would even like for y'all to go get a Fremel Reyes if you're the Phillies, right? Go get a Fremel Reyes. But Cody Bellinger needs to be option number one for them. And Cody Bellinger shouldn't be getting overpaid. Cody Bellinger should probably get I would stay on a 3-year deal with the option to opt out in year one. I would. Bellinger brings the MVP upside, like I said. Tucker's one of the best all-around baseball players, period. He's top 15. No doubt about it. If the Cubs can re-sign him, do it. I don't think he's going back to the Cubs. Jay Hoyer ain't like that. He don't have the grapefruits. I feel like, personally, Kyle Tucker is going to probably go, and this is controversial, and I'm going to tell you. I think Kyle Tucker lands in a place nobody is thinking about right now, and I think that place could either be the Rangers, a team I just said, the Phillies, the Blue Jays, or the Giants. Watch out for the Giants. Watch out for the Giants. Buster Posey ain't playing no games all season. He will trade any young player he has to. Blue Jays, Rangers, Phillies. Watch out for the Giants. Because Devers and Tucker on these respective teams, you put Devers and Bellinger, a Red Sox and a Dodger former, on the Giants. With all that young talent they have coming up, Bryce Eldridge, Logan Webb already there. Hey, buckle up. Buckle up. The winter meetings, buckle up. Staying live, shoutouts. Hashtag stay live, shoutouts. So, I want to give a shout out to my friends. Shout out number one always goes to them. The number two, I want to give a shout out to MLB. You guys are handling this free agency a hell of a whole lot better than you did a couple seasons ago. This is going to be one of the more entertaining free agencies I've ever seen. And number three, it is of course the audience. Thank you guys for continuing to watch my show on Millions.co platform, which the rerun will be out at 11 o'clock. Don't forget to watch it on the Millions.co website. I will be attaching that in the description, YouTube description. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and also follow me on my other pages as well. TikTok, I have revived that, so make sure to follow me on that. Once again, I am your host, Tyler A. Gates. This is the end of the show. Make sure to stay tuned for the next episode that will be coming out Friday morning. I will be talking about college football and the upcoming weekend. So thank you guys so much again for joining. Stay tuned. And hey, I'm out. Peace out, y'all.